Dímelo, mi gente. What up? It's your boy Gus from Gus Villa Jewelry. I am joined by my boy, or with my boy, I should say, the coveted, the never asked for. He's always here. No need to fear. It's mother effing DJ Mello. Can we get a clap in the back? Jerry. Guys, whatever. Oh, God. I mean, dog, you asked for a clap in the back, and Jerry literally doesn't clap in the back, but whatever. That's besides the point. As always, by always, I mean the second time ever. It's Gallo, the producer. It's the second time here. We're not going to jinx it. He did such a great job. He's the guy that knows a bunch of senseless things. And since it's the very, very senseless podcast, what fitting way to bring a producer. And right next to him, we have a guy who we recently fired. It's Jerry, the fired producer. Right. Guys, you guys already know the deal. For those 10 of you that listen to this podcast, you know what it is. It's 5 topics, 10-minute timer, 2 idiots, 1 hour. Start the 10-minute timer.
Don't start it yet. Because
oh, really?
What would compel those 10 people to watch this?
Here's the thing, man. I don't know, man. Most of them are my friends, to be honest with you.
It's your dad.
Dude, you want to know? You want to know some really loving shit? I'm gonna say we're gonna start off this podcast on a somber mood.
How deep is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to learn.
Here's the thing. Gallo's voice is not good.
Not good at all.
He sings with so much passion
and soul.
And he does these beautiful facial expressions.
That's what it is. I wish we could put the camera because then it would make sense.
Right.
You know, the voice doesn't.
The voice never.
It
sucks every time. It super sucks. Yeah. However, he sings with so much heart.
So much heart.
But anyway, my point that I was gonna try to say was, dude, the other day I called my old man. This is like on a Tuesday, dog. Yeah. Like on a Tuesday. And to your point, I call him up and I'm like, yo, what's good? Like I call my old girl. And my old man is at the crib listening to our podcast. He just has it on. He's just watching it. Ain't that crazy, dog?
My heart be still. My heart.
He didn't have to do it, right? It's a Tuesday. You don't have to listen to your son's ridiculous, stupid podcast. But here he is on a Tuesday at the crib with his wife, aka my mother, and they got it on. I didn't ask him. I just randomly I could have never called him, and he would have heard it anyway. And he listened to the podcast.
It's like a show, like Cristina's.
Yeah. Like, my son has a podcast. Like, let me just play it. Yeah, so that's why we're going to do this shit.
Podcast. And I'm sure that he goes to work and he tells everybody, my son has a podcast. and it's so good, and you guys should watch it.
And they listen to it like, it's not that good.
Oh, man, your kid, dog. And then they're like, no, sí que bueno.
Your chamaco's good.
Ese chamaco está ahí en algo, dog. Yeah.
But it's not good.
It's not good. No, you know what's crazy? He comments. I see he comments on it. He's one of 3 people that comments. Right?
And my other boy is my brother's best friend.
Oh.
Shout out to M. Gomez in the comments.
M. Gomez.
The only one who comments on these things.
No, there's other people that
there's other people that do.
Your dad.
Yeah, my dad.
Gomez. You know? Etc.
Only them two.
Etc. Dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine, dog. That's fine.
But no, and then, you know, it breaks my heart because here's the thing, dog. Like,
that broke your heart.
You know what breaks my heart? No, it breaks my heart that, like, he comments. Remember the coin flip thing that you said? The whole would you... And then, like, he kind of shit on me a little bit.
Why?
Because he was like... Yeah, I taught you right, son.
Oh,
you flip the coin. You take the risk.
You do take.
So it's like, yo, you know, come on, man. You know, I didn't have a father figure. My dad died when I was 10, kid. What do you want me to do? My bad that I didn't know that I should have flipped the coin, dog. Like,
you shout out to your father being absent in the house.
But it's not because he was a bad dad. He, you know,
tragically passed away. Rest in peace. R.I.P. We're like,
so like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, dog. Like, have you seen the SpongeBob like meme when he's like out, like it's Squidward that's like looking at Patrick and SpongeBob having so much fun, and he's just like in a little window. You don't know nothing, dog. He's in a little window, dog, just like looking outside.
Why are can we talk about this for 2 seconds? Why are grown adults, honestly, so obsessed with SpongeBob? That wasn't even our time. It really wasn't.
Kind of a little bit.
No, it was on the tail end of it. And then it became cool to watch like cartoons. More specifically, watch SpongeBob.
Because it was a little like, there was like an adult little twist.
Here's a hot take. SpongeBob sucks. It honestly does. Yeah, what's good? It sucks. It's not that funny, dog. It just became memeable.
Okay, right now, tell me about a cartoon. Go.
Condo-
No, go. Why do you
Okay.
think about it? Go.
Yeah, Condorito. It's a Colombian version. It's a Colombian thing.
It's a
Yeah,
Colombian
it's a
thing.
Colombian thing.
Tell me
It's
about Condorito,
indie,
dog.
It's indie and
Nobody
it's
ever
cool.
watched Condorito.
And-
They watched it for like a year tops in the 70s.
all right,
and that was it.
I'll hit you with way better
give me one.
ones. Looney Tunes.
Okay.
You wouldn't wake up in the morning, hit a little cereals on Saturday?
Hell yeah.
Cheerios.
Or like-
I mean, it wasn't Cheerios.
You know
it was
what
like
I used to like? The Animaniacs, dog.
Oh, I
Show
love
más lindo,
the
dog.
Animaniacs,
dog.
baby. But there was
Yeah,
also
dude.
some bangers on there. I remember Saturday morning, if I could recall, Gallo, you know more than this than I do. What were the Saturday cartoons that everybody was about? It was Animaniacs.
Yeah, the Animaniacs.
It was it Power Rangers? Power Rangers was
I
on
think Power Rangers was also
Saturday mornings,
yeah.
right?
Power Rangers was like all the time.
Yeah.
Rangers.
That was a sickness.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, Animaniacs. I mean, but it was cartoons, and you would
And then
wake
Looney Tunes. I mean,
Looney
guaranteed.
Tunes,
dog.
yeah. And you would wake up in the morning, hit up a bowl of cereal, and it was off the off-brand because my mom
Yeah,
couldn't
it was
afford.
super the
You know, it wasn't
off-brand,
Cheerios. It was
Freakazoid.
Freakazoid, bro. Was that part of also Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles?
All of that.
Was that all Saturday morning?
yeah.
Yeah, you would bang
my
it up.
God.
That was great times of your life, my brother. Waking up in the morning, tell me you had one more problem than this. You would wake up in the morning. I'm going to paint a picture for you right now. Let's go down motherfucking
painter.
memory. Paint it, Picasso. I'm going to go down memory lane. You wake
go,
up in
go,
the
go,
morning,
go, go.
your boxers.
Hold on, let me
It's
get
let me get in there.
Let me-
Now I'm in my
here.
boxers. You're 8 years old.
Yeah,
you
I'm 8 years old.
you wake up, and all you want in your life is to just get yourself a bowl, pour yourself the cheap off-brand cereal, go downstairs, sit in front of the TV. It wasn't HD.
No, come on.
Come on, that wasn't HD.
That wasn't even a thing.
720 was a thing of the future.
Super.
You didn't even
It
think
was
about
a tube, but little. It was like
A
a
little
little. I
tube.
used to have a 17-inch little TV, dog.
straight up.
Yeah.
And you would sit there and you just watch some cartoons and watch your favorite show. You were mind numbed to maybe 11:30, 12 p.m.
In your little pajamas. They
Done.
were probably Animaniacs pajamas as
Yeah,
well.
honestly,
You know
what
I mean?
did you
Yeah.
what did you worry about, Primo? What did you worry about? Nothing. That's it. That's
And,
bliss.
you know what the sick part about that was?
Go on.
We wanted to grow up so bad,
That's
and we
crazy.
didn't realize that those were probably one of the greatest times of our lives, dog. That's sick in
That's
the
a
head.
crazy
That's sick in
thought.
the head.
Yeah, I remember being 11, and I remember sitting there, and I remember 11 being specifically the year,
Yeah.
and I was like, I can't wait to be a teenager. I can't wait to be a teenager, dog.
'Cause I'm gonna do
and,
me.
And I was at 11, and obviously I didn't beat my meat at 11. I didn't beat my meat at 11 years old.
We know that. We know that.
Yeah, but I remember being 11 years old thinking like I'm never going to be a teenager. I'm never going to be that. Now, 35 or 25 years removed right now, I want to be that again.
So bad.
I want to have no problems,
so
my boy.
badly, dog. I want to watch Animaniacs.
Sometimes
dog.
I sit there and like make fun of Gen Z or whatever, and like I like, you know, Ben, the guy who's about to edit this thing, he's like so young, and he's like, bro, like, you know, like sometimes we get cataloged for, you know, whatever. Not that he says that, but I'm saying like Gen Z in general are like, you know, we get cataloged, we get such a bad rap, but it's like I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think some of it is, you know, why we always make fun of them is because to a certain extent, there's a little envy there, bro. We want to be young again. We want to be
think so?
24. Yeah,
Here's
for
the
sure.
thing, Doug.
And that's a dark topic to go down, especially when we haven't even gone down the topics. But it's just kind of like there's a little envy of the older generation wanting to be young again.
But
and that's
young-
you gotta bash it.
No, but young our way, not their way.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when we were younger, the older people would quite literally make fun of us. I remember distinctively my older cousin. She's now 48. I'm 36. She would be like, "Oh, like there wasn't better times than when I was around." The same thing that we were spoke about music when we talk about it off camera. Yeah. It's like, "Oh, do they make good music anymore?" Every generation always thinks that the younger generation has it softer. Maybe they do, but it was better in their time. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's a little bit of envy there, bro. Because I do envy that. I do wish I was 26 years old, not a care in the world, giving a fuck. Like, what do you give a shit about 22 years old? Your little brother,
And
Jay. Jay's what?
Yeah, 22. He just turned 22 yesterday. Happy birthday, Jay.
Jay.
Un aplauso para Jay. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Shout out to Melo's little brother.
22, dog.
What does he
22.
care?
He doesn't care about nothing. Well, he should care about
He got caught
something, though,
smoking weed. His old man pulled up. He pulled and did a little
don't
kickflip
dog.
right before he got into the truck.
So I'm gonna say the story, Doug. Here,
Say the
It's
story
gonna be quick.
because
It's gonna be quick because now
it's a quick banger,
quick
but it's a
quick banger.
Gen Z representative.
I found out he was smoking weed. I told him, hey, nothing wrong with it. I've been smoking weed for years. Cool. Don't let mom catch you. That's it. That's all I said because, my mom, it's a different story, dog,
Sure.
So he's like, yeah, no problem. 4 days later, I get a phone call. Hey, this is Officer Gonzalez. I'm here with your brother, Joaquin, right? And he's
Who's
like,
Joaquin?
My brother. That's his name. You didn't know that?
His name is
Yeah,
Jay.
that's why I call him Jay.
Oh my!
Because it's much easier to say than Joaquin, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my! That's a terrible name. Okay, continue.
So I literally just get on the phone and I'm like, what did I tell you 3 days ago? What were you doing? I was rolling up a J in the park at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday. What do you think was going to happen, dude? Whatever, cool. All right, so now I'm like, hey, you're on your own, Baba. I already spoke to you, all this stuff. His dad goes to pick him up pissed because his dad is super conservative. So that's basically he got caught with heroin and is like literally still on.
Yeah.
And he thinks that it's a great thing. He's on a skateboard. He thinks that it's cool. On the way to the car with his dad just absolutely about to send him to boarding school to do a kick flip. Dog.
What?
He kick flips. Doesn't land it. I don't want to laugh. He doesn't land it. At least land it, guy. He didn't land it, so the skateboard flies away. So his dad goes, picks it up, and just launches it in the garbage. And that was where Kickflip J was born.
I love that story.
Gen Z, dog.
That's Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Not realizing the gravity of what he just did. I'm going to do a little kickflip and then get in the car with my old man who's about to beat my ass.
But put him to order food anywhere. And he'll freeze.
Yeah.
You suck, Gen Z.
Yeah, you suck, honestly. And they need, I'm gonna end it with this, they need a good ass whooping. They really do. Gen Z needs a good ass whooping. They need to go out there and face some real consequences. Like when I knew I messed up and fucked up in my life, my old girl was waiting for me to beat my ass. And these kids nowadays need a good ass whooping to find out what it's like to mess up and actually pay for it, dog.
But now it's child abuse.
Now it's child abuse. Now you can't do it. Right. In Australia, if you touch your child, you're going to jail. That's an actual thing. You cannot beat your child. Look, my girl's from Australia. Real quick before we get into the topics, I know we're super ranting right now. Right before we get into it. In Australia, it is an actual fact. My girl who lives there has family members who literally can't hit their kids. And their kids are freaking out, spazzing out, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And you could tell in their faces that they're super, super stressed. And the stress comes from the fact that if they touch their child and their child goes to school, the teachers are asking the students, are your parents hitting you? Because if they are, they get automatically reported and the cops will pull up and press charges. That's an actual fact. So you are raising soft kids. I'm not saying you got to beat your kids, but
It's kind of what you're saying a little bit.
For sure. However, what I'm saying is the reason why I didn't do a lot of stuff is because I feared my parents. And look, right now, if my parents needed anything, I would drop whatever I'm doing and give it to them. If my parents, they're spraying bullets, I would jump in front of them. Rewind 25 years ago, my mom would beat my living lights out of me, dog. But I learned respect. I learned consequences have actual consequences, my guy. Actions have actual consequences, and that's what's missing in Gen Z. And I'm out.
And it doesn't make your mom is a God-fearing woman.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
It doesn't make her a bad parent. That's laid the foundation for you to become. I mean, not to say that you're picture perfect out here, dog.
The best job.
But anyway, speaking of God, I have a little topic for you, dog.
Oh, go ahead.
Dog.
Topic number one.
Because here's the thing. The Pope got on the mic, and he said this, dog. Let me pull it up.
Okay, cool. Now, is this recent? Did the Pope? Because here's the thing.
This was recent. This was yesterday.
The Pope is known to say some really outlandish shit recently, and by say like he wanted to like borderline make it commendable to have like same-sex marriages and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
he's very progressive.
Yeah, he is.
He's very progressive.
He is. And I applaud it. Whatever, dog. And I applaud this.
Okay, go on.
Pope Francis says sexual pleasure is a gift from God.
Oh my God. You see what I'm saying? He pushes the envelope as to what.
Why?
You know, I don't know if he's an Argentine, which means that he's one of the greatest people selected by Jesus himself, or Or the
Next topic, Gallo. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Or the reality is, bro, that times are changing. And the reality is a lot of things that were the norm for hundreds and hundreds of years, now in today's world of knowledge where you could simply just Google something, you understand that it is very much so stupid to think outside of that, because there's overwhelming evidence to say otherwise. Now, we can get into whether you think, you know, evolution is correct or not, or is a theory or whatever the hell, but there is an outstanding amount of evidence to say that we are really evolutionary creatures. So if you're still out there thinking that like women don't have pleasure and you should be amputated their clitoris like it is in some countries in Africa, then cool. But if we have a pope that, for at the very least, he's not going out there and saying, oh yeah, orgasms are like Jesus flowing through the clitoris of a woman. But if he's at least admitting
the fact, cool if he said it though.
If he's at least admitting the fact that like they are in fact, you know, a gift from God or whatever, maybe we could start with that. Cool, I'm cool with that. Yeah,
but it is a gift from God. I think people don't like to talk about it because they get all like worked up and shy and all these different things. And here's the thing too, you also go too deep into this, dog. Oh, God. I think what he's trying to do, because you just talked about evolution and all this, and you think that you're, who was it, Neil deGrasse?
Neil deGrasse Tyson,
you gotta stop trying to be Neil deGrasse, dog. It's not that serious, dog. Okay. He's Neil deGrasse. I don't care what his name is, Neil deGrasse, dog.
He's Jimmy on a
he's on a wheelchair, but he's also very scientific. It's like a combination, you know?
Dumb man, you know?
So it's very simple. I think what he's trying to, and this is for real. This is for real. Don't look at me like this, dog.
No, for sure.
Because not everything has to be so deep and scientific.
Okay, sure.
I think he's trying to, have you ever seen the movie Sister Act?
No. Hit me with it. Go.
The Whoopi Goldberg Sister Act. She was basically, whatever. She turned to a nun for a bunch of other reasons. She was a showgirl. She used to sing. She turned to a nun. Blah, blah, blah.
She's basically
she ended up being
in retirement.
Yeah, okay, cool. She ended up relating, like the kids ended up relating to her because, Pablo, you're going to get another angry phone call, and that's not going to be problema mío, dog. Don't call me later saying, you know what's so crazy? Somebody called me saying that I said about Puerto Rico, this and this and that. So, it's a problema tuyo. So, she basically, the kids relate to her because she's not really like a nun. So she's able to like talk about things on their level. And I think that that's what the Pope is trying to do, is trying to get the kids involved.
That's creepy, dog. The Pope is trying to get creepy.
What I mean by kids is like the youth, dog. Like the teenagers, the 18, 19-year-olds that are going through it, dog. Even 11-year-olds, if you just started jerking off, now you know, like that's a gift from God, Pablo. Right. And now he can relate. Now the kid is like, yeah, dog, let's get it.
You know what? Like, I can jerk off because this is a gift from God.
Yeah, like think about it. Jerking off. Had he not said this, would we be talking about the Pope at all? Be like, hey, by the way, the Pope today said that Jesus Christ is, you know, no, we wouldn't be talking about it. Now we're talking about it. Now all 10 people are going to listen to us and be like, damn,
you know what? Jizzing in my girl's fucking face is a gift from God.
Yeah. Another thing too is that these headlines are very clickbaity. I read into the article, and that's not how it goes.
Okay, so what does the article want to convey? What is the real?
Who cares? That's the thing. That's my point. Is I don't care. I'll take the headline as it is.
Yeah.
Pope Francis, you're right, dog. Like it's, but it's also the truth.
All right, let me ask you this question then. Let me ask you this follow. Okay. Does Pope Francis molest little kids? I mean, it's a gift from God, right?
Come on, man.
Oh my God! You crucify me now, dog.
No. Okay, let me tell you. I thought it was.
Shut up, bro. Who gives a shit about what Pope Francis has to say about gifting from God? No, because it's bullshit. Because it doesn't matter.
Here we go.
Because
here we go.
Here's the thing. Women's clitoris.
Here comes Neil deGrasse, everybody.
Oh my
God.
Here he comes. If you're not ready for the truth, dog. If you're not ready for science, if you're not ready for what is the actual truth, then don't be about it, dog. Yeah, he says something wild and outlandish. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a gift from God. Yeah, all right. But the reality is, it's not a gift from God. It's an evolutionary trait so that we can spill out our seed and reproduce. I was like, represent. I couldn't produce it. Yeah, and we could reproduce, bro. That's all it is, man. It's not a gift from God, my man.
It is a gift.
No, okay, yeah, that's great.
God created evolution. He did all these different things.
Yeah, I created. Oh, come on, bro. Don't let me go over here and just start. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
What? Start.
Don't do
No,
that.
Go ahead. Start.
I'll
Start.
do
Go
that.
ahead.
I'll start it, starter.
Go ahead.
The point I'm trying to make is like, look, at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, you could say all that you want to do. I am just glad Pope Francis, specifically Pope Francis, is one of the most progressive, if not the most progressive Pope that we've seen in our time. He has said a bunch of things that for thousands of years was not the train of thought at all. And so the fact that he's pushing the envelope and saying that it's a gift from God, maybe it is, maybe, you know what? Maybe it is to soften the blow of like accepting sexual pleasure as something that is beautiful.
It's not taboo.
And it's not taboo. Right, exactly. Maybe there are some extremists out there living their lives and like suppressing women for having, orgasms, et cetera, then you know what, dog? If this starts that conversation, I'm all for it as well, dog. Honestly.
One thing he said in the article, he did condemn porn addicts. So Gallo, don't think there's gonna be a free for all now, Papo. You still gotta tone it down a little bit.
Here's the thing: are you addicted to porn?
I mean,
we're asking raunchy questions, dog.
I'm scared to think about that and answer that because maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's normal? What's not normal? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And here's also another thing. Like,
oh my God! Here he goes.
No.
Here, no.
Why would the Pope? He's also another thing.
Yeah.
When the Pope says that, like, the Pope, he can't have sex. He can't have like.
You
think why
the
would you
be
reject
smashing
the
hoes out there in
I
the
think
Vatican?
So, dog.
Oh, that's reckless.
And here's the thing, but what?
I accused him of
nature. Yeah,
of pedophilia.
I'm just saying, like, he's smashing normal ladies.
Nah, he's not smashing.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not smashing.
I'm not saying that he's smashing. He should. I think that Pope should be allowed
to smash a little
yeah,
something.
Yeah, that's smash. Guy.
Again, I mean,
you know
look,
what I'm saying?
The Catholic Church and institutionalized religion, without getting into that craziness of it, is just. I'm not even getting into whether you think it's right or wrong. I don't care about that. What I'm saying is the train of thought of institutionalized religion in general is a thought process that is very, very conservative. Outside of you think it's right or wrong, I'm not debating that. But the fact that it is actually crazy conservative is true. That's where the Conservative Party comes from. That's their values, that's their morals or whatever. So again, to your point, if you are saying... and you are starting now to debate the conversation, whether if you are sitting at home and you don't let your wife do this and this and this, and now all of a sudden the Pope, which is like the guy outside of like Jesus himself coming down and saying, hey, it's cool to give your girl a little head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you know what? I'll do it. Beautiful, bro. Go on. Bang your girl out, jerk off, like do what you gotta do.
Let's go.
And let's get it. And let's be porn addicts at this.
That's the green light to me, dog.
Yeah, dog.
I still think that
What he really said was it's cool to watch Bang Bus, dog. Get that subscription, dog.
Yeah, OnlyFans, dog. You think the Pope's gonna get an OnlyFans?
What's OnlyFans? What's that? What's that all about?
I think the Pope should smash, dog.
Yo, you think the Pope has an OnlyFans subscription?
Yeah. Come on, man. If he's saying things like that, dog, come on.
Oh, yeah, dog. Let me ask you a crazy question.
Oh, now crazy question.
All right,
go ahead,
let's say the OG girls that we used to have the hots for, you think Vida Guerra back in her day, if OnlyFans was the thing, you think she'd have an OnlyFans? For real.
What do you think, dog? Of course she would have an OnlyFans.
Would you
and of course I would be subscribed.
Yeah.
Yes, of course I
If
would be
Vida
subscribed.
Guerra, dog, let me tell you one person who was obsessed with Vida Guerra. Gallo the
Gallo
producer.
It's me.
That was his baby.
He still follows her, for sure.
Yeah.
I had a March calendar for
Spread.
3 years.
Spread.
It was March 2006 for 3
Ben,
years.
put it up on the
Yeah,
B-roll. Put it up on the
How
Ben.
many times did you rub one out to that calendar?
Oh my,
I
dude!
couldn't
And
even
that
count.
picture of Vida Guerra
this
in that
day.
spread. Oh my God, that was stuff of legends. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Vida Guerra, circa 2003, 2004 ish. I would say
2003, 2004. Yeah.
yeah, easy was.
Okay, who's better right now, Vida Guerra or Sofia Vergara?
Ooh,
Go.
Vida Guerra.
Vida Guerra still. Have you seen her still?
I haven't seen her. Oh, I haven't seen her now. Oh, you're talking about like current
Now,
day?
currently.
2024
Current day, yeah.
version? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Sofia Vergara is
Una
una
mostra.
caballota.
Yeah, MILFs are in, dog. MILFs are in. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you about
super
another
in.
MILF.
Go on.
Larsa Pippen. She's back in the news.
Hey.
And here's the thing. I don't
Transition.
understand why she's
There
back
it
in
is.
the news.
Oh, bro, you're killing. Oh, hold on, pause. You're killing it with the transitions today, dog.
With the
I'm not
segues?
gonna lie. Yeah, dog. I was like, how are you gonna get into? Are you gonna hard pause? And like, you know who's also a milf?
I'll give you a
Larsa
hard
Pippen.
pause. Hey, now.
I like that. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
whatever, dog.
Reset the 10-minute timer. Go.
Gallo's not even ready. He was like, oh, damn. Timer.
shit.
Oh,
Man, this man's on it today.
Go. Hit me number 2.
Larsa, okay, so I don't know why she continues to be in the news, but she's in the news once again. I saw in the comments about this particular thing saying like, "Oh, yeah, take me out the group chat. I don't care no more, dog." Like it's being force fed to us, but it's really funny, dog. Marcus Jordan says that he smashes Larsa Pippen 5 times a day.
That's a lie, dog. That's a straight up lie.
I don't understand what a lie
No.
is. Talk to me in 2024.
No,
Use
that's
it in a
that's
sentence.
cap, dog. That's cap, dog. And I'll stand on business. That boy a Rizzler, though.
Yeah, that boy a Rizzler, dog.
What was the other ones? I forgot all the
Imagine
others.
growing up. There was a bunch. Imagine growing up, Michael Jordan's kid, right? So, obviously, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, they played for years together. So, obviously, Marcus Jordan, who's the oldest of the kids,
Yeah.
he grew up around Scottie, Larsa, the kids. Like, he probably played with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's crazy.
insane. And now that's mad disrespectful from Marcus, from Michael. Like Scottie didn't deserve that. And Larsa, estás mal, dog.
Yeah, dude. Here's the thing, man. Like, if you are Marcus, first off, let's start off with just talking about the fact that Larsa Pippen to me is not that good looking, dog. For me, maybe she's a baddie. But how old is Larsa? Can we get an age check on Larsa Pippen?
She's 50.
50, 49, 49 years old.
Yeah, she's 50.
That's insane.
She
dude.
froze her eggs, by the way.
What does that mean?
Meaning that she's gonna probably still have little Jordan Pippen kids. That kid's gonna be a beast. And in 18 years, dog, I hope he comes to the Heat. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Scottie Pippen's genes.
Huh?
It has Larsa Pippen's genes.
But she has Scottie Pippen's semen still, so it's
That's
in
awful.
there somewhere.
Yeah,
it never
no.
goes away.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
But that's the thing, though. Like, I mean, I first off, dog, why are you banging out an old ass chick like that? Like, if you're Marcus Jordan, fool, like you're Michael Jordan's son, you could probably get more or hotter chicks than.
I don't think so, dog.
You don't think so, dog?
No.
All right.
Here's the thing.
He has money. His
I
father's a
understand he has money.
billionaire.
I understand this. Here's
Okay.
the thing. You're Michael Jordan's kid, right? Who's Michael Jordan?
The greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Okay.
Who's Marcus Jordan?
The greatest of all time son.
No. Keep going. Who's Marcus Jordan?
I don't know. Just
What
some
did he ever do in life?
No,
besides
never.
That?
He's the son.
He is expected to be, por lo menos, a role player. At least being on the bench waving a towel in the NBA. At least, bro. Even Giannis's brother is in the NBA right now, and he is
Garbage.
And you're Marcus Jordan. You got to see your dad. You got to see Scottie. You know what I'm saying? And you suck at basketball, so people look at him like a loser. I look at him like a loser, to be honest.
Do you think that he was a little kid, like watching Scottie like dunk in like the '96 finals, and he's like, "I'm gonna bang your wife.
Your wife.
Let's get this."
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe, dog, maybe.
But also, I think he's lying about banging out a chick for 6 times
That's
because that's crazy.
cap, dog.
1000% that's
Because
cap.
Marcus, how old is Marcus?
Let's get an
how old is
age
Marcus?
check on
Give me
Marcus Jordan. I can't imagine he's more than 26, 27. years
No,
old.
he's like in his 30s.
Yeah, is he? Okay, cool.
Yo, you
Well,
gotta remember, bro. Jordan, ya está un viejuco.
yeah, all right.
He's,
dog.
he's
Okay.
about to die.
Yeah, all right.
Jordan.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
So Larsa is 49 and Marcus is 33.
33.
Yeah,
At 33, you're firing off 5 nuts in one day. I mean, that's not. It's not even the Pope. You know what I'm saying? Not even
That's
the Pope,
hard, dog. Here's
That's
the thing.
super hard.
All right,
Papo.
listen. The first time that you bang out a girl, let's be real. Hey, guys, only guys listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk guy talk, right? Women, earmuffs. Earmuffs, all right? First time you go to a chick's house, this is your first time. You spent bread, you took her out on dates, you laughed at her dumbass jokes. She was not funny. But guess what? Now you're at her crib. Now it's time to put out, right? And you've been sexting. You've been, I'm going to get you.
I'm gonna get it. You've been sending little
Can't wait till,
eggplants.
Can't wait till you get this. This
Yeah.
is all yours, mommy.
Yo te voy a meter
You're going to have,
lengua,
you're not going to talk the
culo,
next
yeah.
day. You're not
You're
going
not
to
gonna
walk.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
All
get
right.
it.
Now you get it. Now
Yeah.
it's time. Now the lights go off.
Now it's nut up or shut up.
Yeah. Now
yeah.
let's get it.
Let's get it.
That night, I believe you can do one night of busting 5 shots in one night. One.
Nope.
One.
You can't.
No,
You
no.
can't. It's physically not possible. No
but I'm
matter
saying,
what.
if you let's give the guy the benefit of the doubt.
No.
If you were gonna do it one time, it would be night one. Yes or wrong? I'm not saying.
If it were to
if it were to
remotely happen.
If it were to happen, you've been sexting her. This is new. This is the first time you bang her out. First time you see her tits. Like the whole. This is the. You know how it is. You know how it is when the first time you see him.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I've only ever laid eyes on my girl.
She is the being of my existence.
Dude, like the first time you do all that.
Yeah.
One night, I believe.
Okay.
Boom, dog. You hit it, you smash. Everything's funny. You put out Uber Eats. Uber Eats comes, you smash again. Everything's going right before. Boom, you smash again. Right? Maybe you smash one more time before the shower,
Man.
and then as you go to sleep, you wake up in the next morning. Technically, it's still one outing until you bang her out one more time. That's night one.
But even at that, that's not.
Babo,
feasible,
you go home that day, you can't even take a shower because your dick hurts so much. Dog. You know what I'm saying, dog?
No, for sure.
That's
not
night
feasible.
one. You're not
Yeah.
busting 5 rounds on a consistent basis, brother. You're just not, dog. That's not gonna happen.
At this point,
If
you're
anybody
trying
who
to
says
make
it is,
headlines,
that's a lie.
At this point, you're trying to make headlines, and I hate it.
What's
dog.
a lie?
I hate it.
That you're gonna bust 5 nuts in one night on a consistent basis. That's crazy.
But
What?
what would you call that?
That's cap.
There we go.
That's
Cap,
cap.
dog. Yeah, no, that's super.
I'm not
cap.
gonna use
No.
cap. I can't use it.
Why
it's weird.
not?
It's weird for me.
Nah, you can use it. Dog.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
look
cap.
at you. Look, okay, look. First of all, you have ripped jeans on. You're 36 years old.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You
I
can
should
use
retire
caps.
these.
You should probably
I'll
retire
retire
them,
these.
dog.
Okay, I'll retire these.
Like
after
who
this.
wears,
I gotta wear
36
baggy
years old,
jeans
dog?
again. What am I gonna wear? Jenko jeans?
Not Jenkos, dog. But like,
What am I gonna
they
wear,
don't have to be
Echo
ripped.
jeans?
They don't have. Oh, do you
Jenko
remember the
jeans are
Echo
coming
You
era?
already wear Evisos?
Janko jeans are coming back.
No,
dude.
they're not coming
Yes,
back.
they-
No, they're
I
not.
Absolutely, they're
promise
not
you.
coming
No, they're not coming
I
back. They're not coming
promise
back.
you, they are coming back, dude.
Jenko jeans are coming back. That would be
Next podcast. We're in Jenko jeans.
we
Welcome
got
everybody to the GBJ podcast, and we're stylish
we got
here
like
today.
the wallet with the chain.
With the oh my! I used to do that, bro. I did that.
We
for
look like
some
a Hot
time with my
Topic
little
manager.
Echo, with my little Echo shirt
Yeah.
and my little chain thing.
Yeah, hell yeah, I did.
Hell yeah, that was a little bit of a vibe.
But here's the
dog.
thing. Again, back to what I'm trying to say is you're not busting 5 nuts in one try because that's just a straight up lie.
And this
dog.
kid's gonna marry her, dog.
They're
Getting married, and they're gonna
Well,
have kids.
Yeah, what future do you have with a 49-year-old woman, bro?
because he's a loser, she's a loser.
Yeah, she's clout
Losers
chasing
get
for
together.
sure,
Yeah,
1,000%. I remember if I can see it, like there's an interview that they do where they're both live, and he's like talking about they're asking them like, are you guys gonna get married finally, or like what's happening? And he's just like, yeah, we're gonna get married, and he's like super excited, and she just like stays silent in the interview. She's like kind of awkward, and she's like, yeah, like she doesn't say anything, and he's like, yeah, we're just trying to work out some things, but we're definitely gonna get married. Like it was a awkward interview, and I remember getting off that, and I was just like, oh my
bajo
god,
muy camino, Marcus.
yeah, my man. Like, but that's what I keep.
Because she's like for the streets, dog. Like she got with Future. Did you hear? Did you hear
yeah,
about that?
he fucked his
that
chick in
story?
his Gucci flip flops.
Yeah, but do you know like the whole story behind
No.
that? So the story goes that Future, as a fan of the Bulls and Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, asked for Scottie for an autograph when he was a kid, and Scottie denied him.
That's cap.
And now Future's like, I fucked your girl because
In
you
some
denied
Gucci
me.
flip-flop.
Yeah,
Nah, that's
because
cap.
you
That's cap.
denied-
That's cap.
That's
I
kind
don't
of cool,
think
though.
so.
And here's why I believe Future, dog, because he's the ultimate Rizzler, dog.
No, he's the original city boy.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
original-
yeah,
He's the
yeah,
original
yeah,
city boy.
city boy for sure.
Yeah, so I believe it. That I
Sensational.
believe. That I believe. I believe, and he probably did bust the 5 nuts
yeah,
every day if he could, dog.
yeah.
With
if,
Larsa.
Dude, if I bust 5 nuts every
There's no
single
way
night,
I can't do that.
I can't. No,
I did the last time that happened,
28.
21.
I can't even
21.
remember that, dog.
Yeah,
To be
no.
honest with you, I remember the last time I did like 4 was like years ago. That's crazy.
That's
Again,
it's
primo, I'm
physically
36
exhausting,
years
dog.
old.
It's physically
Not
exhausting.
only am I not physically in the right shape for that, as you could possibly tell, but like I just like mentally, I'm
think
kind of
about,
checked out
like,
after
when
like
you're,
2.
you gotta hold. It's like all tricep. It's a lot of tricep already. Let's not even talk about the nut. Let's talk about like
Let's talk about the physiology.
Like that's a bunch of tricep, dog. Like you're on top.
That's
you're on
back.
top.
That's
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Then okay, go bottom. Now it's
Now,
hip thrust.
now it's also thighs.
Yeah, it's thighs.
It's
Now they're
thighs.
burning. Now they're burning. Now
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
Yeah,
No,
and now
come
you're
on, man.
sweating.
Now you're disgusting. You
Yeah.
probably drank a lot, a bunch of cheap liquor. Like it's awful, dog. It's just a bad.
No.
It's a bad. Like sometimes I think, dog. Like how does like my girl in particular like do it, dog?
Yeah.
Because I'm disgusting and I'm here on top. I'm drunk.
You want to know
most of the time.
You want to know some crazy
You're
stuff?
disgusting. Like Gallo. Look at the Gallo. Dog. Jerry has a girl. We're all super disgusting, dog, with a girlfriend or a wife, and then they sit there and take that.
Yeah.
And take that.
Thank you, bro.
You just hit him with the
That
ditty.
was so.
You just hit him with the ditty.
No, I didn't. I
No,
don't want
the thing was, it was so graphic, though, that I was like,
like you took it. You're like, oh, damn it. I'm taking it. Every time I said it, you were like, oh. That is kind of disgusting.
You got so into it. It was fucking disgusting, dog. It was a little weird, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Speaking of being drunk,
All right.
I got a Mount Rushmore for you.
Oh,
dog. That's
another one. Let's go with the segue. Topic number 3.
You see, dog? I'm on
Can I
one,
get
dog.
some
I'm
love?
on one,
Wait,
dog.
you're on point today.
I'm going to give you a little Mount Rushmore, dog.
Go on.
question, dog. Mount Rushmore of the worst liquors you've ever had.
Oh my dear Lord.
And
man.
and if you can, tell us a little story or quick synopsis of why.
All right, so let me give you the Mount Rushmore so far. Off the top of my head, I can think of 4 liquors that I will never, ever, ever touch again in my life. And there's a lot of people that I'm going to say these liquors and they are going to cringe behind the radio. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring up these memories for you behind some sort of audio speaker. I apologize for what I'm about to say. Number 1, Smirnoff Green Apple Vodka. That is just, oh my God. Number 2, Yingling beer.
That's kind of
Yingling
crazy.
beer is controversial.
Yeah, super
crazy.
controversial.
Okay.
Crazy.
Number 3, Jägermeister. Number 3 is Jägermeister.
Okay.
And number 4, Skull Vodka. That's my top 4. If anybody hates me, you will come to me like on some practical shit and like be like, hey, dog, I'm going to give you a shot of this. It's a mystery shot. I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going to take it. Come on, take it. And I swing it.
And here's a Jaeger bomb.
Barf.
For la
Immediately.
cabeza.
Immediately. If I smell Jaeger, I'm going to throw up.
You've never enjoyed
1000%.
Jaeger ever in your life. Not even when you were a kid.
Of course.
Oh,
I loved Jaeger. I love Jaeger, but because you have it so much, and the worst part about Jaeger, unfortunately, dog,
You're about to vomit talking about it.
it's a
right now. You're
30% alcohol, so you have to consume a lot of
A
it.
lot of it.
And
Oh my
you have it
God,
with what's
yes.
called a Jaeger bomb, which is where you mix it
Bull.
with Red Bull. And that right there is a combination, brother, that if you were to, dog, if you were to sit there
hope that
and
didn't
put
come
it in a glass and just go, hey, dog, hey, smell this, brother, and just put it in my, like in just my presence, dog, I will throw up, dog.
My tooth just came out laughing.
Dog, it's so awful. And the other ones as well, man. Look, there is a bar. There's a bar before you get into year 4. There was a bar in North Miami. If you grew up in 2005, 2004, and you went to North Miami, there was a bar called Prime. It was called Miami Prime. If I'm not mistaken, D Wade and UD started it. Can you fact check me on that? It was a thing.
Yeah.
And then they sold it quickly afterwards. But the point is, they used to have $5 pitchers of Yingling. That was a thing. And so we would go over there because we were super obsessed with the waitress. Shout out to Eleni Arrobio, wherever you are.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Eleni. You know who I'm talking about.
Eleni,
she was
if
a
you're
walking
listening
goddess.
to this
Boom,
for
boom.
whatever
Yeah,
reason,
she's never going to listen to this podcast.
Never,
Who
never,
cares?
never. But I
the
love
point
you.
is, she was quite literally the girl I used to go just to see. I was obsessed with. She was so fine, dog. Anyway, and the worst part about
And obviously, she gave you the time of day.
yeah, that's the thing. You know what it is?
She did.
When a girl was so fine, I never did anything with her, but was so.
Nobody believes you did. Thanks for clarifying, Gus.
Don't think for a second this ended with like I was banging her out in my car.
Take
that. None of that actually happened. But the point is, I used to be obsessed with her, and we used to go over there all the time. And she was, oh, what's up, love. She was so cool, right? we used to have pictures of $5 Yingling pictures, and so if it'd be Gallo and I, or like my boys, and we would drink that over and over and over. And when you get so saturated with it, and you have bad experiences, you begin to almost tie terrible experiences with the smell of it, with the taste of it. So now, if someone pours me a Yingling beer, I cringe. And the worst part about Yingling beer, and no one can say it isn't, it gets flat so fast, dude, because it's an old school lager. It's been around, I believe, since 1829. The lager, the CO2 runs out immediately, and then you're just left with like this syrupy, disgusting taste. And if you disagree with me, you're a fucking disgusting animal, and you deserve to go to the Pope's house and have him molest you.
Because it's a gift from God.
Because it's a gift from God.
Here, take your gift from God. Take that, take that.
Oh, come on. Take your gift from God.
Take your gift
Jesus,
from God.
Lord
Christ,
have mercy.
Yuengling is the best tailgate beer of all time, and that's why I'll never.
Here's the
shit on
thing.
Yuengling.
I completely disagree with you, and it's only because of you that I disagree with you. Because you remember when I used to be all cool and like against the grain, and I was like, you can only drink draft beers and like craft beers, and like if it's not crafted in someone's backyard with a long beard and like a tattoos and like he didn't care about the hops. This was back me. And you were like, dog, I sling a couple Coronitas and I'll bang out a couple Miller Lights and Bud Lights.
Bud Light Limes.
Bud Light, yeah. Lime Maritas or whatever.
Limeritas,
and I was like, nah. And then we would go to tailgates. And of course, you end up smacking Bud Lights.
At a tailgate, you drink Miller Lights, Bud Lights, all
so
that
then
stuff.
don't say
to
it's
me,
Yuengling.
No, but time out. Let me finish, Jerry. Yuenglings are the craft beers of tailgates. Because normally you're drinking Miller Lite.
It's not a craft beer of tailgates.
It's not a craft beer. It's not a
beer of tailgates.
Yes, it is. Because why are you savoring Yuengling? That's a you problem, kid. At a tailgate, you're pounding beers. Pound. Give me a beer, and I don't want to have a beer in my hand more than 30 seconds.
I've never seen you with a Yuengling at any tailgates that we've ever been. You've only been smacking Bud Lights. You can't say that.
Okay, UM plays UF in September. I'm bringing Yuenglings because it's a special occasion. I'm not going to bring out Yuenglings, which are the best tailgate beers, when UM plays FAMU or when the Dolphins are playing the Chargers. But
it's not a money thing. It's just tasting because they're all cheap.
Tasting. You're at a tailgate, dog. You're at a tailgate.
I want something
about
light.
that. You're the guy that brings IPAs,
No.
which are in my Mount Rushmore of worst alcohols and liquors and whatever you want to call it. You're the guy that brings IPAs to a tailgate, dog.
No,
You're that
I
guy.
don't.
No, you are that guy. I'm sorry to tell you. You are that guy,
that
dog.
used to be that guy until you taught me like, you got to drink a couple Bud Lights, and then me, you, and Rick would tear down 64 Bud Lights, and I would be like, oh, this is it right here, dog. I'm gonna give you a crazy story before you give me your Mount Rushmore. We used to be season ticket holders of the Dolphins for years with my boy Gallo and I. And
Gallo
so Gallo the producer. We used to sit in section 110. Shout out to row 9.
Shout out row 9. Let's go, baby.
Who was the quarterback? Who was the quarterback? Tell me.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Chad Pennington, right?
No.
So it was
No,
Chad Henne. Sorry, Chad Henne.
Chad Henne.
Sorry, Chad Henne. Chad Henne
years.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. In that particular season that I'm going to speak about, we didn't win one home game at the crib. All of them we lost, every single one of them. The worst one being against Pittsburgh. I think they beat us like 40-something to something or whatever.
It was the Patriots.
That was the one that you and I are gonna remember. But what I'm saying is one of the worst ones, and it was the first time that I saw the terrible towels being shaken right in front of my face. And
was it that day that it was like really cold too?
No. It was hot as hell. But the point is, we used to slam down. By the way, the only game that we won that season was against the Tennessee Titans, and him and I didn't go to that game.
Of course,
because that's how that goes.
We didn't show up to that game, dog, and they won. It was like a blowout win. Yeah, we're like, the Dolphins are back. Yeah. You know how it is, dog.
Back on track.
Yeah. And so we used to slam beers at the stadium, and we used to go down to the place, and we got really cool because we were there every single week. We got cool with the people at the concession stands. And we would drink beers. And the beer that we would drink was Budweiser, fool. And we would reuse our cups.
Red label.
Budweiser. You have to be like, you have to slap your wife.
Yeah.
You have to have like, you have to be like, you've never voted Democrat in your life. Like, you know what I mean, dog? That's what you do when you drink Budweiser. Not Bud Light. Budweiser, my boy. Yeah. And we used to smack this thing all the time until we got this thing. I discovered for the very first time something called the beer headaches. And we would get every single day. We'd go there on Sundays. We would smack them. We would scream, dog. And we used to get these insane headaches, bro, where my eyes would turn red. But that's when I realized, even back then, like I realized how like the beer that you drink actually matters. And you can't be drinking this shitty beer. And that's when I went to
But you took it to the extreme.
And I took it to the extreme.
You took it to the extreme.
Took it to the extreme. I became that IPA guy. I became that guy that shows up to a tailgate with like a long beard saying like, guys, you want to drink this double malt fucking, you know, whatever, Scotch barrel, like, you know.
It's been aged since Christopher Columbus days.
And then you told me like, no, let's smack a couple Bud Lights. I smacked a couple Bud Lights and I went
at a tailgate because IPAs, first of all, they're disgusting. And they're heavy. You're at a tailgate. It's a long game. It's a marathon. Yeah. You're not micro tailgating.
Yeah, you're right.
Tailgates are...
You're right. 1,000% you're right.
If the game's at 12 p.m., you're there at 5 a.m. If the game's at 8 p.m., you're there at 8 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a marathon. Yeah. You're out here doing IPAs, toda esta cosa. Anyways,
Mount Rushmore.
IPAs.
Not number one.
They're disgusting. Okay. They're number one.
Okay.
I'm saying this in actual order, dog.
Okay.
IPAs. Skull Vodka.
Oh.
Skull Vodka.
That's just the worst. Number 3.
I'll tell you a funny story about Skull Vodka. Obviously, Jose Cuervo, because I'm a big tequila fan, and that is a disgrace to tequila. And number 4 is any Smirnoff. I don't care about Green Apple, which is I'll ask you about Green Apple. Why Green Apple?
Well, Green Apple was in that back then. It was the only thing that you could get, and so my boy, we were 18, and so we couldn't get vodka. We couldn't get anything. So my boy, shout out to Michael, Gallo knows him. His older brother was the one that would get us liquor, not on a regular basis, only when he would be like out with his little friends and then be like, oh, dog, like we would hit him up, please, get us a bottle, please, dog. Like we got like $20 or whatever. And my boy Michael was turning, how old was he turning that time? You know what I'm talking about? You were there that night.
Oh, yeah.
He was probably 18. We were 18.
18.
Yeah,
18.
And we, us three, Gallo the producer, I, and my boy Mike out there got smashed.
Off of Green Apple.
He brought us Green Apple vodka. Of course, we didn't know any better, so we mixed it with Monster. That's an actual fact. We mixed Green Apple with Monster. Monster wasn't even like a thing back then, but we smacked it.
There must have been so much poison in there.
We smacked it with Monster. Bro, we got wrecked in a half. And we started walking down the block. I don't even know why we started walking down Ives Dairy.
That's what you do. I know why. No, I know why. Because we got the munchies and we're going to 7-Eleven.
Oh, so we went to 7-Eleven. That's right.
How you guys get the munchies drinking?
You know how it is. It was already like,
I don't know how it is.
It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We were 18 years old. We were kids. So we went, let's go get some hot dogs from 7-Eleven. And we went out there. And then that's when I knew it was a terrible idea. My boy Michael, who's probably 4'11" at best.
At best. Ese tipo is small.
Decides to say, like, yo, I bet you I can tackle this mailbox. Of course, dog. And it's the funniest thing. Now that video would have gone.
Existed,
he ran as fast as he possibly his little legs could catch, dog. And he just got absolutely clipped by this mailbox, almost somersaulted, and landed flat on his face, dog. And it was the most hysterical thing.
It's not even like mailboxes are like this, like
like this tough pillar of stance. Nah,
like I'm gonna run through these brick walls right now.
Clipped that thing, dog. His little legs flew in the air. He fell.
Did he go like just?
Yeah, he went airborne.
Airborne.
And here's the thing. He didn't like beer. He didn't take, remember, we were 18, 19 years old. So he would have like this little efficiency in the back. So we would go out there and play beer pong when we were kids, and he'd be like, yo, dog, I don't want to drink beer. So he would say Smirnoff.
So he was in bad shape.
Yeah, so we would pour it up, dog, and we would drink. We would do beer pong with Smirnoff. And then that's when I realized this, when we threw up, all of us threw up, like just disgusting 4 rounds of beer pong. We couldn't even see straight. And when you throw up Smirnoff, anything, I don't care what it is, if it's coconut, I don't give a fuck what it is. It's absolutely disgusting. And if someone brings me that shit, tonight I am going to hurl all over everyone.
You don't like your liquors because of experiences.
Of course.
Right? I don't like it because of actual taste. That makes me an alcoholic because now I'm here judging taste.
But you've never had a horrendous story?
I do have a horrendous story.
Yeah, okay. And then you can't have that liquor because when
I
we
had a
mentioned
horrendous
it,
story with
Jose Cuervo, you had a little twitch in your eye.
No, it's just disgusting.
Oh, right.
I've had bad stories with Smirnoff, which is why I think that it's in my Mount Rushmore. You know what else is in my Mount Rushmore? Bacardi Hurricane.
I've never got down like that.
Bacardi Hurricane is literally like a mixed drink. And it's because of a really bad experience.
Isn't a hurricane just hypnotic and Hennessy?
No, it's like a juice.
Oh,
It
is that
literally
an
tastes like
Incredible
Gatorade.
Hulk? That's an Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that's Incredible Hulk. So Hurricane is literally like a mixer. It has a little bit of alcohol. So the first time I ever drank...
Who makes it? Sorry.
Bacardi.
Oh, okay.
The first time I ever drank was that because I drank it and it tasted like Gatorade. And I was like, bro, liquor, why do people get drunk? Liquor ain't shit. So I grabbed about 5 or 6 of these at 16 years old and I chugged them like it was Gatorade. Like if I had just finished playing 7 games of basketball and I'm just pounding Gatorades, right? So I'm chilling. It's a family party it was New Year's. At a family party, I was 16 years old, right? I go into the room because my cousins were in there. They're playing the computer, blah, blah. I lay down for like 15 minutes. I try to get back up. And the world just
my God, man.
spun on
that
me.
gives me anxiety.
Bro, it spins on me for the first time in my life. Think about the first time the world spun on you in your life. Think about that. Think about it. Put yourself in that situation. That's where I was. I lay back down and I'm like, I'm all right. I'm all right. I do it again. Again, dog. Now I got to vomit. Okay? Now I got to vomit. I was 16.
That shit gives me crazy anxiety. It gives me like PTSD thinking about it.
I run straight to the bathroom to vomit. You remember, I had broken my tooth at 15 years old, so I had a flipper already at 16.
Oh, they call it a flipper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I vomit, and the flipper falls in the toilet.
Oh, Jesus.
So now I'm banged up for the first time in my life. I have the spins, and there's vomit in the toilet, and now my tooth is in the toilet.
No
and
way,
I only had
bro.
one option because you can't flush.
Is that the first time you got banged up
That's
ever?
the first time I ever got banged up. 16 years old at a family party.
You know what's crazy, dog? This is a crazy story that Gallo's never heard, and it's about him. I don't care if the 10-minute timer's on. This is crazy.
Let's put him on blast.
Yeah.
I don't care.
My boy and I, my boy Abe, shout out to Abe, who's the Heat dancer, by the way.
The Heat dancer? He
like
dances? There's guys now?
Yeah. No, he's like the guy who
It's
like throws the
DE
t-shirts.
It's DEI?
He's
Inclusiveness?
he guys the throw the t-shirts.
The throw the t-shirt.
Yeah. I had a sidekick that left, and I got it because my boy Gallo, aka the Gallo the producer, was back then his screen name was Jerseys and Fitteds 06. He was a loser, yeah, on AOL, and he was like on there. And I remember sitting there and like getting banged. Like I didn't know what banged up was.
How old were you?
Gallo, we were probably like 15, probably 15. And so we go out and like we get like, he was chilling with his friends. He used to chill with a bunch of herb ass dudes, which are still friends with him now, whatever. But they're a bunch of
Call them out.
No. But they're all losers, dog. They're all he knows they're losers. Hey, come on, we were the cool kids that he would hang out.
I mean,
Anyway,
let's be serious.
Here's the
You're
thing.
a loser too. But.
No. Here's the thing. Gallo has two sides from him. Gallo the producer
I've
has
seen two sides
He
of
has
Gallo.
his
It's
side
true.
where he acts so incredibly.
It's true.
Let's call it
It's
what
true.
it is. He acts white.
He's like
dog.
Heisenberg.
Yeah. Where he grew up in a white neighborhood with a bunch of like really proper like
Shout out Aventura.
Aventura kids. Which if you don't know where Aventura kids are, just like kids with money, right? And he acts that, and then he would have his hoodlum friends, aka Michael and I, which were like and we knew who he really was, but he would like front around like with his stupid little walk and his like turtle shell like collar on.
Puka shells?
Puka
Yeah.
shells.
Puka shell.
You used to have puka
I'm
shells.
probably
I used to have
puka
puka
shells.
shells. I used to have puka
1,000% he was that.
I'm not gonna cap.
And
I
so-
had puka shells. I'm God. I'm gonna stand on business here.
And so he would have those things, dog, and we would call him out on it all the time. But the point is, the very first time I got banged up, this is a true story. Gal doesn't even know this story. I got banged up with my boy Michael, and we went out, and I was like, dog, I gotta know what like getting banged up was, and he didn't want to get banged up because he was
Michael.
like, yeah, he didn't want to drink. Granted, we were
You know,
15,
little people.
16 years old, like whatever. You know how it is. You know how the small
the
people
small
are.
community.
The small community,
Much
right?
love to the small
and
community,
so
by the
he
way.
didn't want to get banged up, so we would sit there and like. I sat there. I was like, "Dog, let's go get some beers." We went to the one place that sold us beers, and I got banged up, and I started like drinking like 1 beer, and I drank 2 beers, and I drank the 3rd beer, and I was like, am I fucked up? And the only thing that I could think of, I don't know why, I maybe I'm remembering this wrong, was I went to McDonald's, and I got apple pies. They used to sell 2 for $1. The red things, you know what I'm talking about?
What a time!
What a
to be
time, right? Right. And I
alive,
grabbed like the 5th one, the very first time I got banged up, and I took a picture of a Corona with a apple pie from McDonald's. I took a picture on the Sidekick and I sent it to him, and I was like, "This is what we're doing." I don't know why I did that. Do you remember that, Gallo, or no?
I actually do remember.
Do you remember that?
I do remember.
If we can find that picture, I don't know how we're gonna take a picture of it.
There's no
it's
way.
in like our Gmail or something, because pictures used to take.
Even Gmail back
No,
then.
no, it was like in our AOL mail.
Your Hotmail.
Yeah, AIM, yeah, whatever. It's like
MSN.com.
it was a Corona on the floor with an apple pie. I think we were maybe 15 years old, 16 years old, probably a little younger than that actually. And I got banged up, and I took a picture and I sent it to him. I don't know why. Don't ask me why I took a picture of it, but that was the very first time. And it wasn't even that crazy, though, because I was like 5 beers deep, and I was just like, is this what it feels like to be drunk? And Michael's just there sober, like looking at me like, you're an
I'm not
idiot.
gonna drink. I'm tiny and I'm not gonna drink.
Yeah,
and
I'm
Gallo
small.
was there, like living his other double life, dog.
Yeah, he was
I'm
there with
telling
his
you, I'm
friends,
telling
and
you,
they're like,
no.
"Oh, who's that? Who texts you?" Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, no, he was definitely Heisenberg.
Yeah.
Speaking of Heisenberg,
With the
my God!
my man, you are killing it
You
today
are
with the transitions.
smashing the transitional game. Okay, go ahead.
this is man. My ending better be amazing, dog.
Yeah, it really better be, dog. Go on.
Speaking of Heisenberg,
Topic number 4, by the way.
number 4. Look at Gallo scrambling again.
10-minute
for the
timer. Go on.
Better Call Saul.
Mm-hmm.
56 Emmy nominations.
53.
56.
56.
And not one win.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life, dude. That's almost as crazy as Leo DiCaprio going
that's the first thing I
down.
thought about.
Yeah, going down and never ever winning an Oscar. And he won an Oscar for a really incredible performance. But
I didn't even think that movie
But not
was
his best
best
performance.
movie.
No, of course, but you can't deny that was an incredible
It was
performance.
like a Lifetime Achievement Award at that
it's
point.
yeah, exactly. That's what people say. Like any other person would have acted like that in The Revenant, and they would have won the award. Nobody's debating that, right? However, only one person in the history of like movies can you be like, nah, that was all right. Had, I don't know, Tom Hardy done that, or like he was in that movie, but I'm saying like had some other dude played that same role, everyone would have been like, bro, that was groundbreaking. Riveting
is the word that they use a lot.
Yeah, I cried.
Ebert
watching,
and Roper.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah. And so them saying that wasn't his best performance, he has an array of performances that are groundbreaking, from What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which is probably goes down as probably his best movie. I mean, to play a kid with autism so much that I literally thought that Leonardo DiCaprio had autism. I literally grew up thinking that he had autism because I saw the movie so many times. I'm like, oh, that's really how he is.
And you felt good, like, damn, I'm not the only one.
Yeah. He's just like me.
Just like me. I'm Gilbert Grape too.
Yeah. So him, to things like Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, the list goes on and on. Titanic, which is the first time I ever saw a pair of tits with my mom sitting next to me, which is weird.
Was it the first time time out. Was it the first time you saw a pair of tits?
No,
or was it
no.
the first time you saw a pair of tits with your mom
Yeah,
next to
because my parents went out to, if you guys are in downtown Miami, right in front of the Checkers, right in front of Northwestern High, there is that bicentennial kind of mall looking thing. What's that called, Jerry? The mall that's sitting right there, right in front of in downtown. It's now it's a mall. It's like, yeah, in downtown Miami,
no idea
right before the Venetian, overlooking. There's a little mall there. Anywhere that used to be a mall. Yeah. And they used to have like straight up like all kinds of shops. There was a shop in there, and it had a movie theater.
And they took you to see Titanic.
And we went to
they
go see
didn't
Titanic.
know there was going to be tits.
Yeah, they didn't know there was going to be tits. But when that scene came out, paint me as one of your French girls. I saw them, and I was like, ooh, this is awesome. And my mom was like, miren para el otro lado. So I'm like, dog, I'm gonna look at them titties, girl. Kate Winslet with them little nips.
Baby toes.
Yeah.
And the sex scene was good too.
Yeah.
Oh,
hell yeah. It was super
good.
steamy.
Yeah.
The hand.
Yeah. The hand
With the slide down?
Yeah,
My boy,
Leo, I
come
think
on.
Leo piped for real
Nah.
in the car, dog.
But
You don't bring up that steam doesn't have. That's not movie magic, dog. That's sex steam.
it's actually
dog.
movie magic.
All right, whatever.
It's very
dog.
much
Here
so
go
movie
your
magic.
dad. Here goes Neil deGrasse again. I'm sick of this guy, dog. Like, live a little, dog. Imagine. Have a little imagination.
You're right.
Play with
You're
it a little,
right.
dog.
You're right. Let it loose.
Yeah, let it
Air it
loose.
out. Where's that from?
Play with it a little is from 40-Year-Old Virgin, no?
Oh, yeah.
Play with it.
Play with it.
Try
a little.
some wrong,
That's
dog.
No, that's when he brings the giant box of porn. Yeah.
Boner jams.
Boner
Boner
jams. Classic.
Boner
jams. 06.
That movie, man. Let me tell you, dog. Like, I won't take your big box of porn, Andy. That's
Anyway,
excellent, dog.
so Better Call Saul doesn't win an Emmy. Though. Why?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to piss you guys off.
Oh, here we go. You're gonna say some stupid shit
I've
because
never
you
seen
always.
Better Call Saul.
Oh, I haven't either.
Oh,
I haven't either.
So
No.
what are we doing
But here's
here?
the thing, though, man. Like sometimes, like there's some shows out there that get a lot of cred in the streets, but they don't get a lot of cred in the awards, bro. There are a lot of shows that are out there that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
name
don't know.
one.
I feel like, what did you say right now?
No, I'm saying like there's a lot of shows that are revered that a lot of people don't like. Like,
The
I don't
Office sucks.
No,
For example, The Wire.
The Wire. Yeah, The
never
Wire.
No, a lot of people say that The Wire is a better show than The Sopranos.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, man. Look, I'm completely biased to The Sopranos. The Sopranos, to me, more specifically because of the acting, not because of the writing. Because the writing,
No, the writing was also pretty
The
elite.
writing is good, but here's the thing: the writing gets a little bit repetitive, even in The Sopranos towards the end. Seasons 4, seasons 5, season 6 gets a little bit of the monotony. Like, okay, cool. How many times can Tony Soprano get mad at his family? How many times can crazy shit like
go
that?
fuck yourself,
yeah,
dog. Don't
for
talk about
sure.
Tony like that.
I'm still saying it's number one. What I'm saying is The Wire. If you look at it just writing, this is an actual fact.
Yeah.
There is no main characters in The Wire. Think about that for a second. There are no main characters in The Wire. There are characters that are consistently through it, but it has nothing to do with the characters themselves. It has to do with the city of Baltimore. And because of that, that actual show was for many, many years revered as the best show of all time. Written and everything. And it won barely any awards. If not any awards, did it win anything?
Didn't win anything.
Yeah, it didn't win anything, and it goes down as one of the best shows of all time. However, the one trump card that it gets is the performance by James Gandolfini as Tony Soprano. And that's the only one thing that you can say, who beats that acting ever?
But
and
then,
you gotta
but
say
it
no.
wasn't only James Gandolfini. It was everybody else. Carmela was amazing.
No, again, yes.
I hated his Janice was the
Yeah,
just a
Janice was the
cunt.
most annoying character of all time.
Olivia was a
Richie Aprile.
Richie Aprile.
Like just Richie Aprile and coming back out of like nowhere to get back with Janice. These characters are so real. Just again, think of James Gandolfini and you think that he is from South Jersey, the way he speaks, North Jersey, and you hear him in real life. And the guy sounds nothing.
and it's just the weirdest thing. I turn it off. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Okay?
Yeah.
I watched The Sopranos after he passed. I watched it during COVID.
Yeah, years later. Yeah.
So
yeah,
years later. So that's all I've ever known of James
Yeah.
Gandolfini. I've never seen him in anything else, and I don't want to.
You don't want to see
I don't
him in
want to. That's how much of a masterpiece that was. But did The Sopranos won awards?
Yeah. Oh.
Did
many
The
awards.
Wire win awards?
Never
Never won
Never
awards.
won awards. That's what I'm saying. If I remember hearing that about that many, many years ago, and it was just like, yeah, I never won awards. And if you watch that show, bro, like it is groundbreaking good, bro.
Yeah.
Like to the point where there's so many people that argue with that it is better than The Wire because
than Sopranos. Yeah,
because here's the thing: so many people that were involved in that thing. It's like if they were to do a story about people in Miami, as an example. And they get people from Miami. So the people that were like selling dope in Baltimore were the people that were there. There's a character there that's called like I can't remember his name. I think it's like Brother Islam or Brother what's the guy's fucking name? Can we do a fact check on the thing? It's like Brother Alam. It's something Brother. And the dude, the real guy who acted as that was like a real life gangster. He went to jail. The guy was like a real badass. So many other ones. What was his name?
Brother Mazoon.
Brother, what is it?
Mazoon.
Mazoom. That guy was a real OG. It wasn't play. The kids that were actors, the little jits that were hanging out, slanging on the side of the thing, they would grab them and make them like actors, bro. To the point where there were some actors that went to jail after they got out because they were real people. And the story of The Wire has to do with the corrupt the police department in Baltimore and how the perpetual cycle of everything and the injustice and the failed educational system, how it fails the kids. Method Man is in it. I mean,
But the show's great. Why do these shows like The Wire, Better Call Saul, who I've heard is
amazing.
an amazing
Some people
show.
arguably say that it's better than Breaking Bad.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I've
heard that as well.
And
Why
Gallo's a
do
lover
these,
of
but like,
Breaking
why
Bad.
do these shows not win? Why does Leo not win? I mean, he won one eventually, but like, why do these shows not win?
Could it be like, I don't know, and this is just me throwing out things like, could it be like, and you and I are probably the worst people to talk about this stuff, but could it be like the LeBron factor, where like he's so great, he's so amazing, like whatever, that we just like we get used to it.
I think it's different. I mean, it might be different with acting and movies and shows and things because when it's a masterpiece, it's a masterpiece, and it's like revered like to this level, and they'll just drown you in awards.
Yeah.
So like why does that happen?
Man,
Like,
but think about it, bro. 5 seasons, 54 nominations, or however much, 50-something nominations, and not get one.
And that show's done now, right?
Yeah, it's over.
It's over. So it's never gonna win. That's it. It's a
never
done
gonna come
deal.
back.
It's never gonna win one.
Yeah,
It's
it's never gonna come back, and that's the thing. They just didn't win one award, and it's done. There's last chance. They're never gonna come back with it. They won 0 awards. How crazy is that if you really think about it? And again, it's supposed to be
And like
one of the
people are
best
like
shows.
going crazy about it.
Yeah, I mean, think about how many shows Game of Thrones won. I mean, think about how many shows, and it's not
And
like
Game of Thrones wasn't good either.
Oh, you're nuts, bro.
It wasn't good, bro.
No, you're nuts.
I watched 3 seasons of it, and it was like kind of all right. And then like I heard that the last season was terrible, so I didn't even keep watching it, dog.
Yeah, no, for a lot of people, it's a good show. Like, there's a lot of good acting, a lot of good writing, a lot of good everything. But the point is, like, regardless of what it is, bro, it just goes to show at the end of the day that like awards don't mean shit. And if you don't get an awards, like as long as the people look at The Wire, you know,
Or this podcast, it hasn't won an award.
It has-
but it doesn't mean that it's not amazing.
It doesn't mean that it's not great. You know what I mean? But maybe it does. Topic number 4.
Number
Oh, no
5.
segue.
No segue, dog. No
Last
segue,
topic.
dog.
Last topic. 10-minute timer. Topic number 5. Hit me with it.
So people were talking about that nowadays partners are zelling or cash apping or Venmoing each other for payments, for example, like restaurants or just, you know, things of that nature. Restaurants, if they went to the store, they went to the mall, they're sending you money. And we talked about this before off camera, and you were like, that's weird. And I was like, hold on, playa. Like, for example, I split groceries with my girl. Like, that's what we agreed on. So if she pays for the grocery and it's $200, I'll sell her $100.
Yeah.
If I pay for it, I never pay for it. She'll sell me $100. And I didn't find that weird at all. And you were like, nah, dog, like that's kind of weird. Like, weird in what way?
I don't know, man. I think that like it all depends, right? Because like if you are with your girl, I think for a certain period of time, especially when you begin to like say, okay, this is my like that's not your girl anymore, right? That's your fiance. And you are eventually going to marry this woman, and she is going to be part of your life for the forever. Right. And so if you are this partner, and this partner is going to be you forever, no matter what happens, right? At that point, it's no longer you do something and I do something. It's we do something. So
that's
the way
what it is.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is like you guys, like, I don't know. I just find it so weird. It's almost like, to me, when you zell someone, it'd be like us, we go to the bar right now. And we go downstairs and we have a couple drinks, and I'm like downstairs and I'm like, yo, dog, like I got the first round. Like first round's on me. I swipe the card.
Yeah.
And the second round, oh, you got me. And like, oh, we can't do each other, or like, you know, Paul.
I just want.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, dog. I don't.
You know what I mean? Like we don't.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Please explain.
Please clarify before you continue. Dog.
The thing is, a lot of times it's like, if you got me, I got you, or whatever. And if it becomes this I got you, you got me thing, it shouldn't be that way. At least in my opinion. When you're with your girl, and you share everything, bro. What difference does it make if one person's got it, the other person's got it? I'm not selling you shit. If you got dinner that night, it's because you got it, and that's it.
And if you got groceries, you got. Okay,
And if you got groceries, and if I have to get groceries for the next month, it's because we're putting all our money into one thing. We are one unit spitting out.
Hear that, babe? Get groceries for the next month.
Baby, Publix is on you, girl.
Because we're one.
Yeah, like I don't really care. I don't. It's one thing. It's one bank account. You know what's crazy? You guys have separate bank accounts.
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
bank accounts.
That's weird.
No, is it?
Yes, bro. The
Baby,
thing
hear
is,
that? Let's get the same bank account.
dude, it's the money should be going into one account. Yes, it should. Why
doesn't
shouldn't it
have
be?
to. I mean,
okay,
it
but
can.
why? But why wouldn't it be a smarter idea for you guys to budget both things if ultimately everything
So
is
it ends
going
up being
towards the
the
household?
same thing then.
No, but it does. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so it ends up being the same
So why
thing.
do the Venmo back and forth if it's the same thing?
Because we don't have a joint account.
But get a goddamn joint account. You guys are gonna be
And it would
married.
be the same thing anyways.
So
Who
what?
cares? Like,
needs
why
to-
have to go through the whole hassle when I could literally just be like, babe, okay, let's just split the groceries. Here's $100. Here, I'm gonna zelle it to you, dog. Like, what do you want me to just take it out in cash and then give her $100 cash? Like,
But if it's all coming,
or
out
like,
of
what if I say, I'm gonna buy the groceries this week, and then she bought the groceries the following week? It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing.
It's
Like,
weird.
why do you find it weird?
Because it's like on some like I pay you, you pay me, we
no,
pay. Yeah,
no.
it is that. What do you mean?
No.
but the
Like, we
headline is
already
people
have
sending each other for dinner as well.
Yeah,
dinner
yeah,
for
yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. Do you guys do that as well?
No.
So it's just groceries.
She usually always just pays for dinner. I don't sell her for that.
She just takes care of it.
She just takes care of that.
We're not 50-50 on that.
It's just groceries. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, but that's it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like some of these couples will go out and be like, "Oh, what is it?" It's like, "Oh, it's like a $200 bill," and like the husband will be like, "All right, so put 100 and I'll sell 100, and like we just like pay this bill together."
Yeah, cool. I mean, I won't.
What do you mean, cool, dog?
It's not a problem. I don't understand how this
Okay.
is like this crazy thing.
It is
like,
a kind of a crazy thing, dog, because like if you're with someone and that person, I'm not talking about some chick that you're dating on some random shit. I'm talking about if that's
I
your
actually
girl.
probably wouldn't. That's where I wouldn't do it.
If that is your girl, and you guys are gonna live the rest of your life. Throw a little jack a little, just a little bit on both of those, just very, very small.
Yeah, I bet you
if
want
that's
some
your
Jack in your
girl,
Coke.
yeah, those are your girl, and that's your person, dog, and you guys are gonna be a financial unit together. First off rip, the minute you put some sort of ring on it, or the minute you guys start getting together, and now it becomes a unit, you guys have to get a joint bank account. It just makes more financial sense to do that. That's number one. Number two, there shouldn't be any splitting of shit, my man. And number three, at the end of the day, if you're a dude and you are making some sort of money, like, nigga, do you realize how crazy I would have to be? Do you realize how crazy it would have to be? Do you realize how crazy it would have to be for me and my girl to go to Publix? And me to be like, to my girl, be like, "Oh, yeah, dog, like, sell me $100." I wouldn't even know how to say that, dude. I wouldn't even know how to say that.
Time out. But it's already a spoken of thing. It's more for organizational purposes. I don't say, if I pay for the groceries, which once again I never do, I don't say, babe, zelle me. Don't forget to zelle me the $50 or the $60. Like, she's already like, all right, how much was it? 120? Dale, $60. Here you go. Like, we already spoke. It's to be organized. She has bills that she pays in the house. I have bills that I pay in the house, and that's just what it is. We're organized. We know I take care of the cable, the internet, the parking. She takes care of light. She takes care of whatever else.
And every other
And
expensive
literally
thing.
everything else, my clothes,
She takes care of the
restaurants,
rent. Every time we go out to eat.
my haircuts.
City boy. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
dog, I'm
yeah.
out here.
Hell
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
hell
And
yeah.
that's all with
Shout
four-
out to Shelly, the provider.
And that's with 4 inches of penis.
I bet it's really
Imagine-
3.98.
That's me rounding up.
You're like the athlete who
it's
says
like
he's
the NBA,
5'11", but he's 5'8".
No, it's like NBA. They say Chris Paul's like 6'3".
Yeah,
He's like 5'8", dog.
He's like-
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm here saying 4 inches. You know that's like 3.8, 3.75.
1,000%, dude.
I bet.
Yeah.
Imagine I had 8, Pablo. I'll be
Yeah.
a king, my brother. I'll be like, you goddamn right, I ain't splitting nothing. I ain't selling a goddamn thing out here, player.
It's 120? Nah, that's you in the 120. dog.
Yeah, dog. That's me with 4 inches,
Yeah,
Pablo. So
yeah.
we out.
Yeah.
You know
nah,
what I'm
but my mom and dad are going to hear this. And be like, what the
On a
fuck?
random Tuesday, you're gonna call your dad and you're gonna hear, and that's me with 4 inches, Papo. I have a tiny dick.
And then my dad's gonna be like, what was he talking about?
That's what's gonna happen. Anyways, it's not weird, dog. It's not weird. It's not weird.
Nah, the thing is, like, look, man, I don't know. Whatever it is, however you break down your social economics of how you work it out with your girl at the end of the day, like, I just still think it's weird if anybody, like, start, because I do things selflessly. So, like, I don't care to split anything. Like, we just figure it out. Like, we say, okay, cool, this is what it's gonna be. We're gonna put everything in one bank account. We're gonna get paid at the same time. It's gonna be a debit card. You know that there's money in there. I know that there's money in there. If we have to put in there, and if there has to be one more person than the other one, then that's completely fine. But I'm not gonna ever tell my girl, oh yeah, dog, we went to Publix, let me get 120, dog. It's fucking 60, dog.
But it's already spoken about, is what I'm saying. Like, we sat down.
So you sit there like a herb right behind her, dog, while she's putting in her debit card. There. Baby, it's 60, and you're
I'm there holding her, you know?
You're holding her from the back.
From behind.
From the back, like, baby, you know I love them Cheetos. I'm like, she's like, do we need these?
Be like, babe, don't forget the Zephyr Hills at the bottom. Let her know to scan the Zephyr Hills.
Yeah, dog. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not zelling my girl. Like, everything is on one account. You should open up a joint bank account, and then you guys should open up a joint credit card or charge card and charge all of your debit card purchases.
We do have one of those.
Debit card purchases on a credit card, and then at the very end, pay it with your joint bank account.
Here goes Neil deGrasse, the financer.
No.
Now,
dog. Sometimes you're as intelligent as a bar of soap. Primo, get with the program,
it's
dog.
not weird, dog. You're weird.
No,
you make things weird. Like, here's
weird.
the thing. You also make things weird.
Oh, I make things weird. I mean, zelling your girl at Publix is not weird, dog.
I didn't zell her at Publix.
I zelled her afterwards. We won't see it.
In the parking lot.
Yeah. You seen the memes where it's like the girl comes by, they give the bill to the guy, and the girl slides the credit card?
That's me.
That's you, cuz.
That's me all day, dog.
Let's go.
Sometimes she pays for it. I just look away, though.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I gotta go to the bathroom. At what point
and then
did you
text her? I'm like, "Have you paid?"
Here's the thing, because now you guys are cool with it. Like, at what point did you stop paying? Because in the beginning you paid for everything.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And you didn't have a bread, you didn't have anything.
At that point, I was
and
in
you
a
still
bad
paid.
shape,
So at
dog.
what
I
point
was in
did you
bad
tell
shape.
her? At what point did you have that conversation?
Like,
about,
I'm
like,
broke.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Not that you're broke, but
Yeah.
like, no, okay, let's start paying for things together.
Once we like moved in and stuff. But that's the thing, is like, you have, that's what I'm saying. Perfect.
Okay.
We have and sit down and have the conversation of like, what are you going to take care of? Now we're living together. Now we got to get organized.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting organized. It's all it is.
Okay.
It's all it is. And we haven't opened up a joint bank account. So it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. I would actually think, honestly, to me, it would be weird to open up a joint bank account. Rather than just like me here.
Nah.
We're doing
You
half
gotta
on the
open up a joint
groceries,
bank account.
whatever.
You got to, bro. You got to
Whatever, bro.
Anyway,
Wrap it up, dog.
That about does it for another VVS podcast, guys. If you stuck around to the end, I feel sorry for you.
Feel really bad
Once
for you.
again, like we always say, if you want for us to talk about any topic that is trending, drop it down in the comments below. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, it's DJ Mello,
At Mello the DJ.
Gallo the producer,
Gallo the producer.
and Gus Villa Jewelry. We'll see you guys in the next one. Dale.